Hello there, everybody. This is NamelessWood Spore, and today, well, this stream at least, I'm back with some more Planet Coaster. Um, so what wound up happening there was I just got like really absurdly tired all of a sudden, out of absolutely nowhere, and yeah, ultimately just had to lay down and actually nap a little bit. Um, I had to call off the stream to nap. I was that tired, which is not what I wanted to do. But I'm back. I'm back with the Planet Coaster now, and we do actually need to get this forest sorted out. Um, so these are supported now. I think it's just a little bit above the water, so it'll be fine. Um, it might be good to raise them up a little more, actually. Looking at it now, are they part of the... Yeah, they are part of that same group. So edit these guys, split them out. And then I can raise them up slightly, but it is going to cause some, at least minor concerns. Let's just make sure that a lot of these are properly centered still. You are... centered now. You're probably good enough already. Okay, come on. Thank you. Align yourself there. And the rest of these... honestly didn't do... this guy probably used some alignment. This guy probably could too, honestly. And I know they're sticking out a little, or you can see the pillar sticking out a little bit that way, but it's so deep underwater, I'm not sure it matters that much. I mean, I guess it also depends on... well, I mean, we can't really, like, color the water. I wish we could. That would be cool. Now, if this was, voltaic, you know, on voltaic, the same sort of thing here. These supports would have been custom, so it wouldn't stick out at all on voltaic. As it didn't when we passed over the lake on voltaic. But on this one, yeah, I'm kind of stuck with them doing that. Alright, so now that we do have a lake, let's go terrain, let's go a little bit smooth. On the edges of it here. Maybe a little bit in the water too. And we are going to have to definitely very much work with textures. Oh, sorry. Tapping the mic, or adjusting the mic. But we're very much going to have to work with textures to try to get the grass to look a little different. Because I know there's a theme maker's toolkit part which does allow the color of the grass to change, and we are going to be using that. But I don't know if it'll be enough. Alright, so we did kind of get the glowing tree, which is this thing. We got that built, and then we have our little tiny tree here, and we got this weird, interesting tree thing. So I think we got a good selection of different trees to put around the place. Okay, so first things first. This oak tree, let's drag it closer. This sycamore tree, let's drag it closer. Or, let me just move them to the other side of the pathway. I think that's what I'm going to do. Alright. And then we're going to aim for an opening in year 29 of this roller coaster, I think. Honestly, there's just a lot of foliage kind of in this area right here, which probably needs to be moved. And which will be moved. And for now, you're just actually going to go, like, here. Screw it. So that all that extra foliage is still used. I don't have to pay anything. And now we're gonna start building some of the Crimson Forest area up here too. We do also need we have one pathway to it over here. It might be smart to get another pathway. Well, we probably don't want to do it off of Main Street, because Main Street's going to have buildings on either side eventually. This could be a shortcut through, and then the other shortcut through would be here. I think this shortcut's a little too close to Main Street, so... And I don't think that this is a good place for one, honestly. If I could, I would move that ride down a little bit, but maybe this will be a shop or something, and then this will just be the access point to this area. Alternatively, maybe there is a little way to, maybe I'll construct a little way to sneak through here eventually, but I think I'll just leave it as an offshoot of, this path right here. Alright, so... start going out, and then, you know what, let's do past supports. Alright, so, so we kind of want, our main pathway to go. Come on, game. Be nice. Cooperate with us. I think... is it auto... it looks like it's auto-saving. That's an autosave. Angle snap off. Let's go there. And then what we want to do is we want... probably... which pathway do I use here on the exit? I think I use these guys. So... go down to 4 meters for kind of your staircases down. You know what? Go out this way, and then go down to 4 meters about here. There we go. Now delete you. I should delete you. And angle snap on. Alright, so here we'll have a nice ramp down. And then on the other side we'll just have stairs. Allowing for this area of the park down here to be accessed. And then we'll kind of extend it back out to like a 6 wide pathway here. And do something kind of like this. And then that. Okay. Fine. Good enough. So, I'll bridge it across like this, and run out of money. Come on. There we go. We need more money now. Let's ride something. We will also have to figure out how to get this coaster properly set up in terms of basically timing on the block sections. But yeah, apparently this lift hill is a separate block section. I guess I'll accept that, because that's good. Let's give this a ride before we start shoving all the trees everywhere. You're gonna get an excellent view though of Mongoose from over here, and that's gonna be incredible. Ooh, I'm actually worried about the clearance on that piece. I'll have to come back and double check. And that piece right there too. That might be one of those supports I have to actually just physically get rid of and replace manually. One of those is a manual support though. Alright, so second train, interest point of view. Let's see. Let's see, how close do they get? It's always good checking this. I think that's probably acceptable. That is probably not acceptable. No, that's not acceptable at all. So that piece has to bend even further out. Okay, so then we go through the helix, which is pretty fun. That's okay, I think. Yeah, you're okay there. Then you go through your airtime hill, and then your twisted moment. And if you leaned, you could probably touch that. Yeah, I think that's probably good to edit away as well. Alright, so Mongoose, come on. You're full on that. You get another inspection. You keep getting inspections. You get an inspection. Okay, there we go, cool. I just ordered a bunch of inspections on everything. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to go in here. And we want this track segment right here to no longer be supported. Like that. And then we probably want to try to figure out some way to get supports on there. So then over here, we want this piece here to actually bend out more this way. Okay, let's delete you. Delete that piece, delete that piece. Take you and raise you up this way and move you out this way to about there. Okay, so now you gotta move here. You gotta get duplicated down. You gotta move over this way. And then you gotta get flanged. Again. And then this should be good enough. This shouldn't get in the way. I am on exactly $0 right now. Wow. Yeah. Okay, so now that those supports are fixed, yeah, we do desperately need another support here. Good news is this is $0. So I can stick one of these on the track somewhere. Probably here-ish. Stick it on like so. This will move the location of the support just a little bit more this way, which is probably going to allow it to actually function properly, function as it should. And yeah, all right. So we'll add that support in there, but it looks like what we have to do is we have to press the play button again, and then just wait and see if we get more funds. Or not. The answer is apparently not. We're not getting many more funds. There we go. Now we're starting to get a few more funds. Okay. Cool. And then... how do we want to do this? Oh my god, I pause it and we and our money just tanks. It's like unpaused, money's fine. Paused, money tanks. Alright, so we'll do something like this. How about for this piece? And then we can go up here. Actually, you know what? World axis. Move it down. Alright, that piece is slightly off angle. Oh, I see what happened. Yeah. Alright, so we'll put a piece in here. And then I'm gonna have to take this whole section and rotate it slightly this way. So that it's not so wonky. There we go. That's fixed. And now that piece of track does look well supported. As long as I can get this aligned properly. You know, I'm going to delete that piece and then switch to a slightly larger coaster support here. And this guy. Yeah, I think that'll work a little better. And that should allow for just a little bit more room around this piece than what was previously there. Okay, so then the other thing I want to do is go over here, duplicate you, out. Wait for the game to stop doing that and start placing it down. Okay, cool. So we can put it here. And then put our second footer right here. So that'll be both of the footers for this. And then I want you to go to large footer extensions. Split those two off into their own separate group, and that is now custom supported too. Awesome. Hey, look, we got some money. So, how much does one of these trees cost? Because we should probably try to start getting some trees here. So I'll turn angle snap on just to make sure that these are placed at, you know, slightly better angles. But we'll start with a tree there. Hey, that was actually a fairly cheap tree to place. Let's do one of these guys next. Okay, yeah, we're out of money. Let's go ride something then, while we wait for money. Let's go ride Mongoose as we wait for the other train to go through, because Mongoose is constantly full of people and hoarding the lines from other rides for some reason. We might get stuck. We probably will get stuck at the top. But it's always fun to just hop on the coasters and ride them while waiting for money. Alright, the other train still needs to get into the brake run. This thing is not perfectly timed. It's close. I will say, it's definitely close. But it's not quite there. It's not quite to where I want it. And now I can do the airtime. Okay, and then we do this. Drop down. Do this, and now, yeah. Now it gets the fun part of the ride. I need to turn up my volume a little bit just so I can hear a little better. It's not a heavily banked ride at all, so you're probably getting some good laterals on this Woody. Our Mongoose's little, I guess airtime alley thing here. Or going in the final turn and finishing it off with a few more airtime, or little airtime hills. This coaster is just all airtime. Although it is a little weak here at the end. Quest and inspection. How did that not give us the money we needed? Alright, it's praying mantis ride time then. I'm getting annoyed that we're just not getting money. It would be nice to have some more funds. I need my funds. I need all the funds I can get at this point. Get that coaster done. And now, time for the intense bit at the end, where we use all that speed we gain from going down the mountain and do some turns. And how much money do we have? Not enough. I know these two rides are very good at generating a profit. Are people not wanting to pay as much for you now? Is that what's happened? I don't know. Okay. Yeah, top guest thoughts. There's not really a lot of people saying that stuff is underpriced or whatnot. I think the problem is a lot of people are just running out of money and not finding ATMs. Or they're running out of money and then staying in the park. Alright, now we're getting some money. How have you been doing, Johnny Joes? Yeah, you're still making a lot of money. Are you losing money? Oh, you made a profit. We'll have to request inspections on both them again soon. Shooters is on an every 20-minute schedule at the present. Oh, hey, we actually do now have a bit of money. Alright, we got mechanics checking out those rides, which is slowing stuff down, but, you know, keeping the rides operating is an excellent thing to do. So I'm actually going to just move one of these guys over to probably about here. And then duplicate this guy, I think, over to probably... This is an odd looking tree. I will say. You know what? We should duplicate some of these guys over here. Towards the end. And then more of the ride just kind of be about these trees. Maybe not about the trees, but kind of near them. About kind of like near miss elements with them. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna move you this way. And then I'll move you over this way a bit. Yeah, that's gonna be a cool moment. Alright, so okay, here's one of our glowing trees. I'm not gonna place that one down yet. What did I want to grab? Probably good to grab a couple green ones over here. To place kind of in this area. Then maybe, ooh, which one? Well, you know, I'll place a glowing one here too. Glowing one here kind of by the lake area. Or maybe not, maybe not. Maybe I'll go for, I could go for one of these guys, actually. Looking at it now. On the other hand, we do need money. And these are very, very expensive trees. That's part of my issue. It was due to how they're built. Yeah, but it's going to be really interesting to be going through this forest and looking at these kinds of plants. And actually, what I probably should do is I should probably move you and swap you two around. Yeah, this is going to be kind of crazy. Assuming I can get the grass textures and all that to work. We probably are going to need some bushes in that area too. So you're just a normal Crimson King though, aren't you? Yeah, so goodbye on that normal one. So this is one of the... which kind of pops a little more. Okay, come on. Let's just wait and have the park generate money and continue to keep our rides heavily inspected. Especially kind of our main producers. And then we're honestly going to get more Crimson Forest stuff back over here to... We'll grab one of these guys. Okay, so we'll do that, and then we can grab one of you guys to put maybe... I don't have the money, so... Come on. Planet Coaster, please please give me money. Request an inspection there. So in terms of what is generating me profit right now? So park management is... Okay, that's staff wages and scenery running cost, shops and facilities. Yeah, it's shops and facilities which are really costing me at this point. Have I closed you yet, the restaurant? No, I haven't. You're losing me $600 a month. Yeah, shut it down at this point. That's gonna suddenly increase my financial situation. Because it seems like that's the bit I'm losing money on. Alright, so jam one of those trees in. We do need to get some bushes down. Do we have any kind of... Yeah, these guys are kind of the smaller trees. Okay, so these are some purple ones. Or some of the ones with some purple on them. And they're still having monetary issues. There we go. Just this scenery is costing so much. And it's like 100,000 per tree. I mean, it looks really good, but it is very expensive. Okay. So yeah, we just need more of these guys up here. Eventually we'll have to start placing the bushes down. Okay, money issues. What's causing you? Request an inspection on you. Praying mantis, get an inspection going. You get an inspection going. Honestly, you get an inspection going, and you get an inspection going. Oh, you're getting a lot of attendance now. What's the status on you? Yeah, okay, yeah, you're a classic. Oh, it's really good value, apparently. Let's see if people will spend a little more on it. Okay. Okay, do that. So just kind of start moving some of these guys around. So we probably do want to move the parachuters ride somewhere in this area. And yeah. We probably do want to try to disguise the coaster a little bit using some of these red trees. Although there, you know what, I have an idea here. And rather than using a bunch of really expensive stuff, what we do is we hide the weirder looking trees back here. And then, you know, maybe stick this guy here. Like more along where the actual coaster layout is, and then we just have normal red trees kind of bordering it all. serving as a bit of a transitionary point. You know, bunch of stuff like this. For example, because that's fairly cheap. And then we can take, you know, these scenery group trees and move them back into more along the area where they matter. It would be nice to get a tree like here. No, can't do it. Not there. It's just too close to that track. And then, yeah, we can take some of these guys out and move them into various spots. Just down below and just create the effect of a forest. And where did my money go? What is my finance issue? So we shut down the restaurant. Which was just not profitable. Okay, so construction costs, yeah, that's what's costing us a lot of money right now. Rides and tickets are still fairly... So what in rides and tickets is doing well? You know, if we look at our attractions and shops... So Flight of Raptor is not currently making us money. Everything else is, although Centrifuge and the Carousel are turned off because they just were not profitable. What is wrong with you? It's really good value, but you're just not making any funds. You're just not helping me. Pull your weight. These two rides are holding up a lot better. Same with parachuters. Go to $9 on parachuters. Oh my god. Where is my money going? Where is it going? Alright, so I had a couple of these guys just be kind of normal trees. And, you know, partially blocking the view of the forest while not making it seem super odd. Actually, we want red emperor maples. Alright, just... Fine, fuck it, fast forward. And hope for the best. Okay, no line to surface anymore. Oh, what? Where did my money go? Ah. This is ridiculous how quickly it just goes from, hey, you have money, to, hey, you don't have money. See? And now I'm struggling. How bad are your finances right now? Honestly, you closed down. I'm sick of that ride at this point. It's not worth it. You are still making a profit. So that's fine. I think Praying Mantis can stay open. You know what? The ride I should have in question is Johnny Joe's. Yeah, Johnny Joe's is doing well. Oh, did something break down? Didn't break down, did you? No. Tornado. That one's holding up well. The problem is there's a certain set of rides which are just getting all the ridership. And it would be nice to split stuff between a few more rides, because there's, you know, a significant amount of wasted capacity on this. If you look at how few people ride it compared to, you know, Mongoose. Oh, Mongoose Mongoose's line is short? What is going on? Guess there's just a lot more in the forward end of the park right now. That's weird. That doesn't normally happen. Alright, to do that, add in an autumn oak tree there. And that should mostly hide out. Oh, hey, look, money. It's actual funding. The park actually has money now, so you will probably go down there. And I'll just put a normal one of you in there. But, you know, I'll move one of you guys up over here to overlook the cliff. I'll place you down there. Okay, so I'll put one of those there. So let's add a couple normal Crimson Kings in. So yeah, I think having this transition zone where everything's just kind of normal is the key to making this work. Especially now that I am somehow actually having money. So those strange looking trees, they aren't going to be seen as much, but you can kind of start to see the red forest sort of look through that area. And this coaster will be very good for money. Honestly, I'm really thinking about having a shortcut through here. At least for the moment. Because, yeah, you can have your shortcut through here, but then you need people going to Johnny Joe's, or going to and from Johnny Joe's. Or alternatively, you need to advertise the coaster from here. Maybe I need more coaster advertisements throughout the park. Who are you? How much money did you have? Yep. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, she got busted. Oh, yeah. Problem is, a lot of people are low on money. They aren't. We need people who are low on money to just be able to leave the park more often, though. But hey, actually the money situation is getting a lot better now. Somehow. Okay, so I'm gonna add another one of you guys here. Then maybe another one of you guys over here. Okay, so parachuters will wind up going in this area here, but there's a good chance that the move will just kill the ride. So, you know what, I am going to add an additional pathway going from here. It'll be only 4 meters wide. Screw it. Or, you know, we add the pathway going, or starting I'll add it here. This is just an additional area so people can get around the park better. And then alright. Alright, so then go there, and then now we go to you. And then have a nice wheelchair accessible pathway here. So now that should allow for better guest movement throughout the park. And then I would probably want to put parachuters in about here-ish. So let's move some of these trees around. And now that we have the pathway going through here, let's move some of these trees around. So this Crimson King probably needs to be moved here. You probably need to be moved here. And you probably need to be moved here. And then I'll put you... and I'll put you here. Okay, so then I'm gonna start with some normal bushes kinda in this area here. Just some additional normal... oh yeah, some ironwood would be good too. And now we kinda get to the crazy area in the park. So then actually... let's see, so I'm gonna duplicate one of these guys over here. So you're kind of walking around, and then you start seeing these odd, or these really odd trees. Actually, this autumn oak will probably be moved to this line somewhere, maybe about here. And then replaced. Probably... I'll start by moving this guy over here. Actually, that guy will provide some shade, so that's good. Then you can be moved slightly over. Although if there is going to be a ride here, then you should probably be moved a little bit that way. Okay. So we don't want to use too many of this kind of tree, though. So what tree type do I want to have here? You know, I'll have a glowing tree right about here. And then have some of these guys kind of overhang the coaster over here. These are nice, good overhanging trees. Which one are you? Are you blue? Yeah, you're blue. Alright, so this is kind of more purplish back over here. And now we're almost out of money again, because I'm placing down the really expensive trees again. So add another purple one, probably in here. And then... Alright, we have these little trees we can add in various places. Might be worthwhile to add a few of them. Like a little bit more a little bit more of a ground cover sort of thing. Alright, so then down here we probably do want one of the spectacular trees of sorts. Probably this guy, actually. Or we just move that guy over there, move this guy in a little bit closer to here. And then honestly, we probably need more of these glow trees. We could have a glow tree there. And I think it's time to request more inspections on stuff. Which mostly includes you and you. This ride is getting a lot of attention. And now I just gotta wait for more funds. And at some point we will have to actually build the structures for this thing, which we're not even at that point yet, which is a little bit ridiculous that we're not even at that point. The park's still just struggling this much. Although that being said, again, these trees are absurdly expensive, so that doesn't help. Let's take one of these guys and maybe place him up over here. Maybe we'll get the area partially done. Okay. So maybe it'll just kind of be the area around the coaster itself. We get themed. Yeah, in October we'll also have to close down that whole paratroopers ride. Okay, so let's start. The entrance queue. Using this guy, yeah. So we want it to go this way. Very much. And then should we want to go, let's see. Animatronics, right? Yeah. Animatronics, and then let's see, scenery theme. Fairy tale. Cool. So we want to honestly, I kind of want to get like some drats in various places. I think they're kind of cute. I think they kind of work with this setting very well. You know, some sort of a kind of mystical animal. And you know, you maybe walk past a bunch of them, kind of maybe, you know, sitting around the lift hill of the ride. That's actually going to be a nice interaction with the queue line, going along here and seeing that coaster pass extremely close to you. Okay, so one other thing I could do is I could split that out a little bit more. Still need trees in this area here. And we need more here. Oh god, it's just trees, isn't it? Well, you know what? Let's start building the station. So, start building on station grid, yes. So now this is where we try to actually make the ride look good. So we probably want wood. I kind of like... If we go with, like, the haunted house wood, and then... I mean, stuff's still going to be somewhat woody here. So maybe we go with, like... What's a good wood color? Something like this is a good wood color. So maybe we make it a little bit redder. Like that. And we still have to get the whole building around the transfer track area done. Yeah, that's the annoying part. All of this is the annoying part, but that's a really annoying part. My question is this gonna look good or not? We'll see. At this point, it's just a we'll just see sort of thing. You know, what I should do is I should change the bottom texture to like a stone sort of thing. Lime plaster is an option. But I think that there's some better runs. Crypt wall exists. Crypt wall's not great for this, I don't think. There's like castle wall buttress. Nah. Okay, let's scroll down. Certainly start to feel the tiredness hitting more. But I think not being under the heating blanket and having more at my back is helping me not fall asleep. Okay. So we could try, I would say we could try sandstone walls, but we need to be able to paint the walls, whatever it is. Whatever it is we pick, it needs to be able to be painted. So there's some brick. Actually, were we using lime plaster? What were we using over here? Oh, that is probably... Is that crypt? I think that is actually crypt. I don't know. Oh, no, probably... Let's use rough brick. Let's use rough brick. I think rough brick will work. Give it a little bit. Maybe like this. Yeah, I think like that'll work. Fortunately, these corners are not gonna look the best. Oh, there might be a way to fix that. I guess it just depends on how I build the structure. Alright, come on. And And there goes the money I once had. And there goes the autosave. So stop editing for now, and just sit down and let the game do its thing. Okay, there we go. And then this, so we're gonna have to build a roof on top of this. Old station. Oh hey, now our money has returned. Let's request that some rides get inspections, especially Mongoose over here. Especially Mongoose over here. Thank you. I'm not sure how much longer Praying Mantis is gonna stay up. And I'm definitely noticing a lot of game lag here, too. Honestly, there's a very good chance that what I'm just gonna do is I'm just gonna work on a lot of this area offline. And just get back to it, especially like the foliaging and such. I'll see where I can get to before the next year starts. But this part here, the building, I probably should build on stream right now. And I'll probably do the same with this too. But yeah, a lot of like the boring foliaging stuff will be done. I think at this point should be done off camera. There's another thought, and that's what I do is I take these guys, duplicate them, split them off into their own separate building, stick them here, and now take the rest of these guys, okay, come on, thank you, split you off, drag you down this way, and then just a little bit over here to get you perfectly aligned, and then just do a subtle shift. So there we go. And then we're gonna have a little bit of them over here. Just a few of them snoozing. All together. Just kind of off over to the side. Probably a bit underneath the coaster tracks. Although, these guys I am going to align with the surface. Alright, cool. So, we've put the sleeping drats in. We just gotta get all the trees. And the trees are gonna be the annoying part. But I think you can kind of see about what the forest is gonna look like based on this section right here. Oh, here's an issue. You should be here. You should be here. And honestly, I'm going to move you over here and duplicate you again. so that we have kind of two of you around. Alright, that's gonna be a good, really good view of that ride. I guess you can get a pretty decent view of it here, but no, there should be more trees blocking it. Alright, so one thing we want to do is we want these guys. How do I describe it? We want the storage lockers. Or these guys right here. Come on. Let me select these. So these are the storage lockers. Normally, well, these were originally built for Route 666, but I'm willing to, or I use them for a lot of other stuff now. Alright, so now we have one. And now it'll be put there and then separated from the building. And angle snap to about here. And shove down, shove to the side. And we'll have two of them. Alright, so I do probably want to change the color on this thing. Although when I go into the group, I do need to add a second one next to it. Okay, so the one on this side is probably going to be, I don't know what color red. Yeah, it could be that color red, and then maybe this one's a little more of a different color of red. That's a little more pink. I probably don't want pink. It could go down to like more of a purplish. And then, you know what, I'll just move this. Okay, you know what, let's just drag you over here and then decide on your color on your own. So you're kind of that shade of red. I'm going to give you a little bit more of an orangish, reddish tint, and then I'm going to give you more of the more of this reddish tint. Alright, so then move it over here, take both of you, and move them back into the station. And those represent the two trains. And we'll leave the stuff fairly close to the exit, so those are the storage bins for each of the trains when it's running its normal two-train operations. Oh hey, awesome, I get more money. So now what we need to do is we need to start building up the roof of this place. So stop aligning to surface. So I want to edit this building, actually. Alright, so there's some thought about doing something like this, or you know what, let's use these painted columns. Alright, so start with that. What color do we want the inside to be? Probably something, we probably want them to be painted like this. Okay, so if we want one more, probably go relatively central, so about there, I'm thinking. Which means we're definitely going to have to move that second. We're definitely going to have to move the item bins around. But we can do that. So let's take the item bins and just move them down this way. And then we want a roof of some description. Definitely. And the best way to get that, we could use, honestly, a line to surface here now. Could use wooden beams like this. We could use, there's another set of wooden parts, which I'd potentially like to use. Assuming that the game isn't lagging. Oh, it's saving. Of course. It's like, assuming that the game isn't lagging so badly. Why is it lagging so badly? Because it's an autosave. I mean, it does lag badly anyways when we scroll through this. So this is the Maker's Toolkit. That is something which we could think about using. The other thought is we use these 4-meter wooden planks. Or alternatively, these wooden wall trims. I might use these wooden wall trims. Give it a nice darker gray sort of look. And yeah, let's use it. You know what? I have an idea. What if we just embraced the look of the piece rather than tried to fight it as I was originally anticipating? So you do something like this. Extend it a bit past this way and then just start duplicating it like this. You know what? Let's take it. So you are at about that point, so I want to get you to about that point as well. So you are about, you need to be here, and then how far past? Only a little bit past. So you'd be there. Okay, so let's place another one of you guys down here, and let's place another one of you guys down here and just see where they intersect. And wherever they intersect, that is going to be our rooftop. Alright, this is at least going to look somewhat cool. Because we can do something like this, and it will actually create kind of an interesting texture to the roof. And we still need to name this coaster too. Surprised I haven't thought of one yet. Alright, so duplicate this one more time. And how far past are we? We're further past on that side, so I'm going to go one more time, and then what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to select the entirety of the roof section, which is that, and then just shift it slightly. That piece wasn't selected for some reason, and now we're good. So there's the whole roof section now shifted. I think this is a little too tall, so I am going to shift it down a bit. Don't need it that tall. We can probably get by with it being that tall. And now we need to actually add in a bunch of supports and such. Bunch of supports and stuff, sorry. So this is where things are going to get a little interesting. So start with you, go to columns, thick wooden beam, move up, rotate out that way, give that color. Oh, there's a bunch of flickering on the inside. Ew. Ew. I'm gonna have to fix that somehow. And it's gonna be more difficult to fix than I want it to be. Okay, so that's actually color wood you need to be. So I would like for you to start there, but I do not think that's possible. It's a thought that we could start it here, but that's too low. So we need it to start here, but that's too high. So we would need it to start, let's say, here. Well, let's start it here. And then let's actually have like 2 go across per section. But one thing I want to do is I want to go back to the roof. So every other row, apparently we need to select. And just to make the roof look a little bit more irregular, on this side I'm actually going to select the other rows. So like this, and then you guys just get moved slightly. And now, okay, it's gone. Good. We're good now. No more flickering. No more flickering on this coaster station. Okay. So, unfortunately, we are still having some issues regarding roof construction. Particularly in this triangle section right here, where I'm not entirely sure what I need to do. Because this here is an easy decision. You know, you do this, and you're good. But now we have this weird triangle. And there's not a lot of triangular pieces in the game to help me fix this. Now what we could do is, what if we did a couple of these guys just jammed in at like this angle? Like this, for example. Yeah, okay, that's how we fix it. Alright, so take these 2, move them back here to about there. About there-ish. I think one issue is that this set here is slightly too far that way and probably needs to be more here. While this set back here is slightly too far forward and needs to be a little bit further back. Correct? And then the other thing I will do is I will take these 2 pieces and just shift them out slightly this way. Alright, so now this is actually going to give me a coherent beam going across, but we're going to need more than just one coherent beam. We're probably going to need, I mean, we need multiple of them, but, you know, we also need this to, you know, look good. So, well, we need more beams kind of going up this way, too. That's the other part of this issue. So what I'm going to do there is, first of all, I'm going to check if I can get one of these wooden beams to look good. Doing this. And a coaster. That was weird. I don't know what happened there. still streaming. Did something crash? Oh, new app or software update from Apple. Thanks. I no longer even use your phone. Stop sending me these. Alright. So we start with a 4 meter, and then do we add a 2 meter on it? No, that doesn't quite stretch all the way. So add another 4 meter to it there. Although that's too far. You know what I should do is... Here's what I should do. Get rid of those guys. And then just... Instead of having it be that beam, have it be one of these beams. Going all the way up. Yeah, like this. And then just align it properly there. Align it properly on this side. Shift both of these sides back to where I wanted them to be. A little bit out this way. Duplicate these two. You know what? Get rid of that guy. Duplicate this guy. Alright, so now that that is in place, I should probably also try to fit in like some this sort of pillar here. A little bit of a fanciness to all this as I wait for the autosave to complete. Cool. Question is this going to look well supported or not? Might not. I might have to move some of the central pillars around. I'm thinking about doing this. About there, and then I'll add like a 2 meter double go down this way. That might not look terrible in the end, especially once we get a central pillar going down here. But, you know, what I'm going to do is I am going to adjust these guys. Actually, you know what? Okay, so there's that wall. Yeah, these guys do need to be adjusted forward a little bit. So, probably need to be more there. Nope, too far. Yeah, that's about right. If we want them central. But we're probably going to need an additional set of pillars. Alright, so we have this. So what I'm going to start with is I'm going to duplicate this guy and duplicate him over here. And then I'm going to take this whole duplication here and rotate around this way, move it over here. And a little bit further to about there. At this point, I'm going to take one of these guys, turn it into a we'll start with a 4 meter plane and then probably convert it into a 2 meter plane. Yeah, we'll do a 2 meter plane. And then a 1 meter plane here. And then now we have this kind of double beam set up. And how did that one piece not copy? Oh, that's so ridiculous. It's like, oh, hey, I want this one specific piece to copy. Hey, how about we just don't? Ah, that's annoying. Alright, we have that now. It's... Actually, you know what? redo that, but get rid of you, get rid of you, get rid of you. Change you to a 4 meter. You know what? Actually, 2 meter, 4 meter probably works well enough for what I was looking for. And so I guess this does kind of act as additional, or as an additional support for the whole thing. Actually might not be... Well, I would say it might not be too bad to double it up there, but we can't double it up here, so... Yeah, not much point in trying that. Keep it more symmetrical looking, but this actually does kind of trim it nicely here. So I'm gonna use that to my advantage. Because why don't I? Alright, so... Hooray on that. I just can't straighten it up properly, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to instead do this. And then straighten it up this way. And then also have one on the... No, I'll just leave it on this side for now. Okay, so then what I want to do is I want to take this whole setup here and the goal is to duplicate this over to the other side. Actually, you know what? I'm going to get rid of you, and then just take this over just because I noticed something. Alright, so now we should try to duplicate the whole setup. Okay, so grab those guys, grab that guy, grab these guys. Right, I would need to actually rotate it around if I want this to work. So let's do that then. We have to do this full rotation. So make sure everything's aligned well enough, I think it is, and move it back here. And yeah, I think that was successful. Okay, and then the next thing I want to do is... I forgot to piece. Alright, fine. We can just duplicate this piece here onto here. Okay, so some of this we're going to need to get a little bit more clever with it for the midsection. So grab this. Grab these guys. Grab those guys. Grab these guys. Grab that guy. Grab that guy. And yeah, here, 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 and here. And take all of you and put you on the central piece. Right over here. And I want to see, yeah, that would very much interfere with coaster operations. So I'm going to take you and get a 2 meter plane going. Delete these guys. Move this back up. Duplicate it down to a 1 meter. So this was the other setup I had on this part, and then yeah, we'll just do that, move it across over to this side. Okay, so there are those beams. And then what we want to do is we probably want an additional set of these. Okay, so do this, do that, and do that. And this. So duplicate it. So I think it's good to put one on probably either side of the exit, so, you know, about here. And then another one on this side of the exit, so about here. And then take both of these, duplicate them across, and make sure that they're in the other section too. So that they'll wind up aft, or on the aft part of the station as well. Which I think that is about a line, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think about there-ish. Maybe there is right. This will be a nice little station over here. Nice little station for whatever this ride winds up being called in the end. This ride's gonna have a really, really good scenery rating, though. I wouldn't be surprised if it's already like 100%. It's already gonna be 100%. Yeah. Alright, so what did I want to do? We need to figure out some sort of pillar to put here, which isn't quite as thick as, you know, these very thick pillars. I could try like the haunted house wood beams. They might work. I think they do work. So then you need to go up somewhere. Okay, so pull it to the side. Pull it about there. And now lower it down. And then bring you in to about there. And then duplicate that. As the game autosaves. And honestly, I probably will need a set of cross beams going across this way just to get this to look normal. Alright, so take these guys, drag them on over to the other side. Now that I have them in place, take them and drag them on over here. Alright, so next thing I want to do is I want to start framing the top side here using these pieces. Probably stuck about here. But I think you are far enough this way to be behind it, like there. So then I do that right there, move it across over to this side. Wait, no. Okay, so just stick it in there a bit, now move it across to the other side, and then we'll move both of them back out so I can make sure that neither of these are going to have issues. And neither of them will now have issues. So move them out over this way a bit, and then just duplicate them. And we'll form a little bit of a wood step over the entrance and exit, and I think that's okay. I'm not unhappy with that. And then just keep on building across. And the other thing which needs to be... Okay, so I am going to have to adjust all these. just to get them to align more properly, but it should be able to be done. These are 4-meter pieces each, so yeah, if we just shift them all back, well, we'll fix the issue we're having. Alright, so shift all you guys back to about here. And now we gotta take, you know what, I'm gonna get rid of that piece. I am going to drag this piece out over this way. So we'll drag it here. And then we'll move it across onto this side. Although, okay, so apparently I did screw up enough with this and it can actually go that far. Oops. Alright, and then you probably just have to be moved a little bit further this way. And on that side it's good, so I don't have to worry. And then over here, I'm going to duplicate you and turn you into a 2-meter wood pillar over here, and then we can have a little 1-meter to just kind of get us to the end. And now I'm going to have to duplicate this setup all the way back. So you, and you should be duplicated and just stuck on the other side of this. There we go. And now what I should do is I should take this whole setup and duplicate it downwards once, too. Just to give the building a little bit more detail. And then the next thing we'll need is probably kind of some fences to go around the station building. Okay, this is already too expensive. Hit play. So I want one down here, and then I want probably another one up a bit. Come on. Money situation. Correct yourself. How much is this? Won't tell me. There we go. And then we kind of get a middle level here. Except there is a minor issue over here. So get rid of that, get rid of that. Actually, you know what? Keep that in. So if we take you guys and extend you across here, then actually, yeah, you guys barely meet up. Alright, so take these guys, take the two from this side as well, move them to there, and then take these two, as well as these two guys, and move them to here, and now it fixes itself. Alright, there's the station. Other than lighting packages and cross beams, it's only, or at least beams going this way. It needs beams going this way badly. So let's take one of these wooden pillars and convert it into a beam going this way. So if we want a beam going this way, the highest we can have it is here. And then we'd want to shift it across to about there. And actually probably shift it in a little bit to about there. I need to get one of these beams placed down before I can pause. And stop editing the building. Start doing maintenance checks. Mongoose is good, but I'll get a maintenance check on Mongoose. I'll get a maintenance check on Praying Mantis. I'll get a maintenance check on Parachuters, given that does seem to be giving me money. Flight of Raptor is currently closed, so it's not making me any money. Oh yeah, I think we can actually work on more of those beams now. And then after these beams are done, we are definitely going to need fences next. And then hopefully once we're done with like this coaster and maybe the next one, we'll be able to properly start getting in what was I thinking of? We'd be able to start properly building up train of thought. Where are you going? Oh yeah, we can actually hopefully start building up like the other fences in the park. Yes, that's where my train of thought was going. Yeah, this feels like an older stream right now. Because I promised everybody a stream and then I fell asleep and then I had to wake up again. And now I'm streaming again and now nobody's watching. Well, one person's watching. Hello, person who's watching. You're not nobody. You're a special person. I'm also watching, but that's why there's the 2 viewer count means that someone is watching. And me, because I need to make sure that my stream quality is good and not having issues. Because I don't want it to have issues, and plus my view hopefully will bring other people in at some point too. Anyway, yes, we have this coaster station being built. It is looking good. It is looking very good so far. And I'm not falling asleep this time, which is also very good. So I'm gonna have this beam. I'll have it go across underneath, so that some of these kind of mid ones are supported. But we'll have to figure out how to get lights in here. You go there, and then we have a small little beam to connect you to. How do we get lights in here? That is a excellent question. We copy this. And we paste it up here. Or we could paste it over here. I say we paste it here. And then this is where we string the lights from. Oh, I got rid of my selection. Thank you, Planet Coaster, so much. You are an amazingly coded game. Frontier is a company who is amazing at coding and doing all this stuff and building games. Thank you so much. That, like, any command during an autosave is just exaggerated so much. The autosave feature of this game is completely broken. Alright, so the other thing I want to do is we do need additional supports on all of this, but I don't want to use these big ones, so I want to use a smaller set like this. Which will be angled up at the same angle as the roof, and just jammed into that piece. And then, okay, so we have one there, we put a second one here. And then, now we have 2 of them. We take them, and we rotate them this way. And just move them across. Okay, come on. Let's see. Let's see. No, a little too far. A little too far. Okay, on pause, because we need to start duplicating this more. Oh crap, I tapped the mic, sorry about that. So I guess the next question is, do we want to have one or two of these between sections? Because we could have two of them. I think I'll go two of them between sections here. So, two of them would look like this. And then we just kind of keep doing this. Over and over and over again until we run out of funds, because this is expensive. This is what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 per section? Yeah. There we go. Actually, that section probably needs to be adjusted a little bit. There we get one more section in there. But this should look about right. Or actually holding up that roof. And then we'll probably also want to like coat some of this in like some roses and such. Alright, so I'm gonna take you, I'm gonna rotate you this way, and then we need a bunch of you here-ish somewhere, right? Yeah. So you could have cross beams like this, or we could have cross... I didn't like... Why does it move its location like that? Stupid. Alright. Oh, I just grabbed the wrong part, but yeah. So we could have... I almost want to have like cross beams like this, but they're too visible from there. Although, if we did this, it wouldn't be visible. Okay, cool. So we can do this. And then, where do we want them? Because we need a couple of these guys. So let's start by having one, say, here. And then, let's start by having one here, actually. And fast forward a lot. Okay, so we're going through a money losing phase right now. I guess rides are cycling through, and probably mechanics are doing their job. Okay, cool. You should probably move up somewhat. Hey, look, we have money. That's not going to last for long at all. Let's take this whole section down here and actually raise it up until it's there, so that we have a little bit of stuff at the top of the roof. And now you guys should be copied, rotated, and pasted on the other side. So you guys should move until you don't show. Or just about there, right? Yeah, because the other side doesn't show either. So now we have that side, and we have this side, and we can just start duplicating them backwards. Well, first of all, I am going to move them backwards ever so slightly. And then I'm actually going to duplicate one to the other end first, which would be about here. Then drag one about here. Take you, drag you. Actually, you're fine. Then drag you over here, I suppose, and then we can get one in about here. You know what? I have a thought, and that is that I'm going to take every single one of these and first of all drag them backwards a bit. So let's start with that top one there, but then get these guys too. So I'm going to select every single piece which is a part of this. And then I'm going to drag it all backwards just a little bit so that it's better supporting the edges of the roof. So this is all going to move probably to about there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start by taking this forward. Oh, apparently you guys didn't move. Okay then. Good job, Planet Coaster! Or good job me for not selecting them, but who cares? Did you guys move? No, you guys didn't. Oh, wait, no, they did move. Of course they moved. Did move, it was just there was a support beam in the way first. So these guys will move here. And now we will try to manually adjust things from here on out. So the top bit used to have this piece here. That piece can go there, which means that I can move this piece to here. I mean, this piece only needs to go this far forward. This piece only needs to connect to here. This piece only needs to connect to here. And that's the end piece, so it does need another small piece on it. So I guess it gets a small piece at both ends now, because it's easier to fix it that way than otherwise. For the other one, I mean, well, let's first of all make sure that nothing here broke. It did here, unfortunately. Alright, so we just drag this back this way. Any other breakages? No, I don't think so. That does actually allow for this section here to be moved forward a little bit too, which allows for the other sections to also be moved forward a bit. So this will get me just a little bit more space, correct? Yeah. But it doesn't matter because there's still a very big gap I need to cross, and I need to put my hands up because the game is saving. And you can't do anything when it is auto-saving because the game, you know, horrendously lags. There we go, it's done. And you often can't tell when it's done either. Alright, so this would normally go here, which is just where I'm going to put it. Alright, so the next thing we need now, okay, obtain an overall staff happiness of at least 100%. What is my staff happiness right now? Staff. Happiness is... How can I tell? Anyone at lower? And no wonder, you need more money. It's just one guy who's unhappy. Because he's underpaid. Well, not paid quite as much as he could be. But I'm paying my staff a lot, which is probably explaining why I'm having monetary issues. Okay, so no fairy tale setting. I want lights. So, yeah, we have these iron square lamps, which are going to look nice up here. But we need, or we could go the iron hexagonals. I'll go the iron hexagonals. So what we'll do is we'll suspend them from here about there-ish. And then we'll do alright, so we'll do one there and there along that beam. So then we want to do the next beam, which would have one, would be this one. Then we'd probably have you know, let's just go with one on all four of the inner beams. How much do these cost to run out now? Alright, so set lighting to 10 p.m. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. And I kind of want to see what these glow trees look like. They're pretty interesting, providing a little bit of a light in a location. Oh, right, mongoose at night. Mongoose at night is good looking. Praying mantis is really just the sign. Then Johnny Joe's more has the lights in occasional places to make it look nice. Alright, so yeah, that is that coaster station done. Honestly, I think what I'm probably going to do is a lot of the other foliage around this place. Well, okay, I need to get this building done still too, but I'm not doing that this live stream. It's kind of late, and I need to get to Minecraft and Spore eventually. But, you know, I need to eat first. So, yeah, what I'm eventually going to do is this building needs to be built up, but I'm probably going to go offline and place a bunch of trees and bushes in the park. Just on my own volition. And then, you know, it'll probably be a few months in the future. This might actually be a year 30 opening at this point. I wouldn't be too surprised if that's the case. So anyway, thank you all for watching. If you're watching on Twitch, links to my Twitter, YouTube, and Discord are in the description below. All these videos eventually do get uploaded to YouTube. And you can join my Discord for notifications on live streams, and I guess I'll start using Twitter for that too, but I haven't really been doing that much now, or much yet. And then if you're on YouTube, then links to my Discord and Twitch are below. Obviously, I live stream all of these, and I should probably get the Twitter link below by the time you're watching that video. I'll probably have edited it into the description. So yeah, thank you everybody who watched, and goodbye. Actually, bye!